Hey,
That's
everybody,
really
I'm
funny.
Scotty T, and I have a fantastic comedian, writer, producer, performer. I think she does plumbing work. Andrea Abbott. Is that
That's
right? Is that how you say it? Andrea
how you
Abbott?
say it. It looks like a bait when you're looking at
Yeah,
it.
that's why I threw me for a loop.
Yeah, but it's Abbott, like Abbott
Abbott,
Elementary.
Andrea Abbott. It's nice to meet you, Andrea.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for having
Well,
me.
you'll regret it afterwards.
I'm sure I will. Howdy.
You're in California, is that correct?
Yes, look at that sunshine out
Oh
there.
my gosh. Yeah, it's beautiful here. I'm in Pennsylvania. It's beautiful here too.
Oh, awesome. Okay,
Where the men
cool.
are men and the sheep are scared. York, Pennsylvania. Were you born and raised in California?
Yes, I'm a fifth generation native Californian. And
Okay.
I've got the fake blonde hair, fake boobs, fake eyelashes and nails. Prove it. To prove
Okay,
that I'm
okay. When did you start doing? Wow, look at that water bottle. That's something.
you assume it's water, but
Hey,
yes.
hey, you assume this is coffee.
It's water. And my favorite thing that I should give a plug to, Zip Fizz. Zip Fizz has natural caffeine in it, a bunch of vitamins. It is
Okay.
close as you can get to like Adderall or Speed in vitamin form.
Better life through chemistry. When did you start doing comedy?
I started doing comedy when I was young and
Right?
shit was going down at my house and I would just be in my room. I had fish tanks. I still do have fish tanks. I'm surrounded by two large fish tanks.
Okay.
But I would kind of, because I didn't have a TV in my room,
Right.
but I would escape and look at my fish and make ridiculous scenarios for them that one is having an affair and the other one is blah 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 and throwing herself and then one's committing suicide and my fish were crazy, but I would make myself laugh and crack myself up and I would entertain myself
Okay.
while my dad was beating my brothers.
Jesus God, you're a dark lady. Was there a catalyst for you to start doing stand up? Or, in other words, what, you took me back to the beginning. When did you start doing stand up?
Well, I've been married 4 times and
Okay. Fourth time's a charm.
yeah, so far. I mean, maybe the fifth is. They're better and better. Each one gets, but so far, the fourth time is the charm.
Okay.
When I was on my divorce of my second marriage,
Okay.
um, and I had 2 kids at the time, I was super duper bummed out, and sad when my ex was taking the kids to his house because I was like, oh my God, I'm all by myself. This sucks. What
Right.
is my life? What's happening? And so I just needed something to do at night. And I thought eating dinner by yourself seems pitiful. Going to the movies by yourself didn't
The
sound
more
fun,
pitiful. Right.
more pitiful. And
Right.
also, that's just 2 hours. So, but the comedy store, you could go there and
Hang
for
out.
the admission and 2 drinks, stay there till 2 in the morning.
Right.
And
Right.
that's what I did to not cry at night.
Well, and
And
so that's my follow up. Was the catalyst was that, and that's what got you on stage.
yeah, that's what got me on stage.
Okay.
Well, specifically, I would go like 3 nights a week to the Comedy Store in the original room, enough so that I saw, oh, hey, this isn't really an act. I mean, this is an act. It's not a guy just talking off the top of his head. And one night, this guy who I'd seen a couple times
Right.
was selling his jokes, and then the guy from the back said, "Hey, the next guy's not here. Just stretch it." And he was like, "Oh no!" And I yelled out, "You could do it!" And at that time, a lesbian that was sitting next to me um, put her hand on my leg, and I and so he yells out to me, he goes, "You think this is easy?" And I'm like, well, you make it look easy. Then he's like, well, then you should come on up here and tell a joke. And I jumped on that stage, mostly to not
Wow.
be by her. I was not ready. I'm not gay, but also I just was, trying to heal from my divorce. And I thought, well,
That's a great story.
Yeah, so I jumped out. There was only like 5 people in the audience. That, it was like 1 o'clock in the
Still,
morning.
what courage? What courage you showed?
What?
You
Or
worked.
stupidity.
We've got so much covered, but I want to roll on because you worked with Bill Maher, Sarah
Yeah.
Silverman, the late Bob Saget, who I actually chatted with a few times, um, and lots of others. Do you have a favorite that you worked with?
Well, Bob Saget, I worked with on a TV show. I didn't work with him
Okay.
as a comic.
Well,
And
I noticed, and I don't want to get too far ahead, but I know like you were with Bill Maher quite a few times, right?
yes, I was on his
Politically
show
incorrect or
9
whatever, like
times.
9 times.
Yeah, and then I went on tour with him to some colleges, and I knew him from
Okay.
the improv, which is how I worked with Sarah. That's loosely worked with Sarah. We were
Okay.
all on the same stage,
I
but
see.
we weren't, there was 10 comics a night on that stage. Yeah, now I've gotten to work with a few other pretty acclaimed people. I'm working with Earthquake right now.
Yeah, no, I got that written down. You were just on his radio show.
Yes, for
You-
the fourth time
Fourth
yesterday.
time, Sirius XM.
Yeah, he's on Kevin Hart LOL channel 96. And then he came to a show I did last night. But I met him at the Ice House. He came in and was just looking at the big room, and it holds like I think 175 for a special that he's shooting. He was just looking through it with the manager. But I happened to hop on stage right when they were there, and then
That's
he
so cool.
said I watched the whole thing, and he stayed and then flagged me down and came to find me and said, "Girl, you are funny, blah blah blah. Take my
You
number.
are
I'm
funny.
on
You
my
are
show."
funny as
Blah, blah,
heck.
blah. So, and it was really like a dream come true. But Bill was exceedingly funny, but also socially shy. We'd go out to clubs afterwards, and I'd kind of go out and be his wing woman and get some girls to back to our table. He was not running around, he was not
Yeah.
outgoing.
Well, I don't
But
want to get into that because I know the whole thing with Larry David and Hitler and all that. I don't know if you have any feelings about that. Do you want to touch
I
on
don't
that?
know I don't know anything about that, what you're saying.
Really?
Larry David and Hitler?
Bill Maher went and saw Donald Trump.
Oh, yes, I heard this.
And
Yes.
then Larry David wrote a thing in one of the things and called him Hitler or referred to Trump as Hitler. And Bill Maher's defending himself. Again, I didn't want to get into it. I just thought if
Oh
you had
yeah,
any.
I did see my brother who's very conservative sent me, "Hey, look at Bill Maher, blah blah blah," and I was like, "Well, this is new."
Yeah.
And everything he said might have been true, but that does not make him right. So that he was nice to you, so he asked a
Right.
question.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So
Yeah.
what? Yeah. But
Yeah.
anyway,
I
yeah,
didn't want to grind
he
that to
was
wall.
fun at the time. He was fun
Yeah.
at the time.
Well, okay. Comedians that inspired you when you were real young, and then comedians that you like now.
Well, we didn't, my house was really I guess I don't want to go into all that, but a
Okay.
comedian that inspired me was Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
She used to try out her material at a little club in Beverly Hills called Ye Little Club, and I got to go see her a couple times, and she inspired me just because she was a girl and she
Right.
was out there. She was just like but not like a Phyllis Diller or a big type like Roseanne. Oh, well, I'm a domestic. She was just like a little more everyday, but funny as hell. And she made me laugh. I liked her kind of acerbic ways. So I admired her. I also I used to love Emo Phillips. I had
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
cassette,
Yeah.
and I just loved that his punchlines were so I didn't ever see them coming.
He's out.
And
He's out on the road with Patton Oswalt right now.
is that amazing? That's
Emo
one.
Phillips.
I
But
would
yeah, I just
love.
wanted to go back real quick. Did you know? I don't know if you know her personally, but Helene Witt was on my show, and Helene wrote jokes for Joan Rivers.
Oh, wow,
So did
that's
Tom
very
Padovano.
wow, that's
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, I don't know her, but yeah,
Right.
Joan Rivers was kind of
I
cool.
love. I have Joan Rivers albums. I have a couple of her albums and album.
Oh, wow, back to albums. I'm gonna take this outside because we're doing this on Wednesdays, and I have a lady that cleans, as you can
It's
hear her
it's fine.
clean.
It's fine. Whatever you want to do. This is on location now. This is a real
Yeah.
cool gig. Well,
It is cool.
I'll keep going, and you answer as you're going. I know that you created shows for HBO, Showtime, all the networks. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
I don't know if you want to. It seems like bragging.
No, no,
Um,
no. I mean, because it's called Your Comedy Minute, and each one of these is different. But I mean, it's an accolade, and you are an amazing, amazing woman.
oh, thank you. Well, I am lucky to have this combination of some really bad shits happen to me, but I have a
Okay,
light sense of humor about it. So that
right,
is,
you
I
do.
think, why I have had so many opportunities to sell shows and have things to write about. I just jumped off a call with Sharon Hogan's company right now, working on a new show called Jump that I am, oh my gosh, my hair did weird
You
things.
look fantastic. Stop it.
Anyway, I'm constantly creating. That is my happy place.
Well, that
Whether
was
I'm writing jokes or I have a one woman show coming out
I have that written down. You go ahead. You
but
want to
yeah,
answer?
I love creating. I don't really like to talk about the past, the past, the past, but I'm creating a lot of shows in the future. I am a workaholic. I
Yeah,
was a drug addict a long time ago. And then some people could say I'm a sex and love addict because I've been married 4 times. But my favorite holic that I am is a workaholic. I
yeah.
love working and being funny and being creative makes me.
You have a bit about that. Do you enjoy doing the producing and of the television shows or the shows more or stand up more?
They're both phases. TV because it pays so well. Look at this house. All this stuff here, this car, everything I have is from writing TV. So
Okay.
comedy, we don't have a union, we don't have shit. But what I
Wow.
love about so I'm glad that I did both. I did comedy. I then went into writing for a while and I gathered up all the things that I got. And then during the writer's strike, I thought, I'll just go back and do comedy again. And I loved it. I have probably made, I don't know, a couple $1,000, nothing big
Right.
at all. But what I love about it is the instant response that you get from audience. You're not writing this for an executive to read and pass on to another,
Right.
and then several months later finding out this is funny and we're going forward or we're not. I wrote it this afternoon, like that one of the ones you referenced. I thought of that
You
right
can
before I went on stage and I got
you
to
can
do
do it.
it and it
You
worked.
can do it. I love it. You can do it. I thought that was great. That's a wonderful, wonderful bit.
Well, it was just that oh my God, now cars are going by. It's just
Okay.
that the first time I was having sex with my husband, he was going down on me and I was squirming around and blah blah blah. I fell off the bed. And then he just scooped me up and put me right back on the bed and went back at it. And I was like, hey, 5-second rule, my kind of guy. So,
Um,
but yeah, but
Good.
that is so fun to think of it, then say it, and then get a response.
Instant
So
gratification. Yeah.
I think they're great to do back to back because TV writing is very lucrative and fun in its own way, but I've never had so much fun as being on stage. In fact, I was just offered a gig to write on, and unless I'm creating my own show, I'm not
Yeah.
100%
Would
interested.
you
I'm
want to talk about it? Because I mean, I think I have the title right. Tell me if I have the title right. It because it's solo show coming up. You're go to your and I'm going to put the links to all of your website and all of your TikTok and Instagram and everything. Adventures of a Slutty Girl with an Eating Disorder. Is that correct?
Yes, that is my
Wow.
solo
I did my
show.
research, I'm telling you.
You really did. You were impressive.
I
I've
try
done
to
no
be.
You are. You are. Yes. So that's a fun show. I've never done a, 1 hour, one woman show. It's very funny until you're crying, but then you will be laughing again soon. Uh, uh, I'm really proud of it. And let's see if I do a good job of it. I'll be more proud when we've done our little premiere and it's gone well.
It's the Hollywood Fringe Festival. Is that right?
Yes. And this is at the Broadwater Theater, which is a
Okay,
gorgeous
cool.
theater on Santa Monica.
Right. Do you have a favorite show? And if you didn't realize, I'm an asshole. So it's I want your favorite show that you've done out of all of them, and then the follow up is the least favorite show where
Mm.
things didn't go so good.
Oh, my favorite show I've ever written is called Random Acts, and I did it as a play first.
Oh no, well it can be your live performances too. A favorite where you just
Oh, live as a comic. Oh, yeah.
whatever you want. Favorite show, least favorite show.
This sounds really Pollyanna, but every show's my almost
Yeah, I know
like
I hear that a lot. That's fine. I hear that a lot.
last night was a great show,
Yeah,
but I would say my favorite show was so far this second time around my favorite show has been the one at the ice house where earthquake came up, because the ice house is amazing. The
yeah.
rooms are always packed, and I'm going to be there headlining for Mother's Day, the Saturday night before then. But it was great, and then to have he's the only comic I ever pulled over on the side of the road. I'm going to see if she's done with her vacuuming. He's the only comic I ever pulled over on the side of the road
We're
when I
going
heard,
back on location, kids. Hold on to
yes,
something.
well, this is a production value.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, people are going to be impressed. This is one of the first. I had a guy on one time that was driving in his car and then pulled up, and that was
Wow.
pretty cool.
Driving in his car.
Yeah, I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm just about where I need to be."
There you go. There you go. That's multitasking for
Well,
you.
now, and do you have a least favorite? Do you have one that didn't that you can
Oh
share?
yeah, let me think. Let me think. I'm sure I do.
Oh, I saw one of the dogs. We're gonna get to that too. I think you got like four dogs, don't you?
I do have four dogs. Three of them are here. One is with my husband,
I
but
see the one behind you. The one behind you is cute as heck.
yes. And look
Well,
at
this
this
one
one.
here, look at, oh my goodness.
This
Look at
is
that.
Link.
He's giving you kisses.
Yeah, he's a
I
sweetie.
love him or her, whatever it is.
He's a boy. He's a boy. Oh,
Oh man.
he's a real cutie. And I
He's
have
stealing the
14.
show.
I have chickens out my window. I don't know if you can. Well, that there's a black chicken in the shadows, so she might be.
Chickens out my back door.
And look I have bees. Do you see all those bees? You see that?
All right.
My husband has a
I
lot.
just love this. This is the best interview ever. I'm telling you. This is
Do
the
you see
best
the
interview
chicken?
ever.
Do you see the chicken?
I
He's
see everything. There
sitting in.
you go. Jesus God.
That's one of them. There's 14, but the others are over in the shade over there.
Do you
So
get
yeah,
do you
we have
get
a lot
do
of
you get
animals.
do you get fresh eggs?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that's cool.
I might as well show you to my
There's the
fish.
fish tank.
I like animals. Let me see if they're coming out. Come on, little fish.
Good Lord.
Yeah, they're very sweet.
So much for the interview, kids. We're doing a tour of
John Lennon. Look at John Lennon. Can
I
you
you know what? You probably didn't see it. I have a picture with Ringo Starr.
see? So cool. And here's
Yeah,
another.
yeah. I worked with Kiss, Cheap Trick. You name an act, I've been with them.
Wow, that's
You
super
go to my
cool.
Facebook page, you'll see a picture with Ringo and with Kiss and with Cheap Trick. And I worked in the music
Wow.
business. Dave Matthews.
Wow, that's really
My
cool.
drinking and drug problem's pretty good. I started smoking the crack light though now, which is good. Do you want to see a tour of my house? You want me to get up and
Yeah, yeah.
no, I'm kidding you. I listen, unlike your place, I live on 145th Street with a hot plate.
Oh, okay. So you never wrote TV.
I never wrote anything. You mentioned and I kind of pressed you on favorite show, but I just want to mention it because I saw one of your posts on Facebook and I saw Geechee Guy,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
just I was like, man, that is so cool because I really like Geechee Guy. I miss him.
Yeah, I do too. We
There are a lot of
lost.
people that probably don't know Geechee Guy, but I think on the Facebook post you wrote what a great night that was.
Oh, yeah. He was awesome. In fact, he was at a a friend who's since passed as well, Mark Wild, who was a very funny comic.
Okay.
And Mark was having his birthday party, and I went to it. This is in Vegas, and And for his birthday party, he wanted all of his comic friends to get up and do bits, part of their act. And I was a writer just then. I hadn't been doing
Okay.
comedy in years. And then he's like, "Come on, Andrea, do your abortion stuff." And I'm like, "Oh my God, okay, sure." So I got up and everybody was laughing so much. I was like, "Why don't I do this? It's the writer's strike. I'm just going to go back." And so I'm so glad. But yeah, that was the last time I saw Geach.
Well, you
And
well, you brought it up there, and I don't know. I've only ever had a few people do abortion jokes. It's
oh,
kind of like
really?
school shooting jokes. I had one guy do a school shooting joke that I really liked.
Oh, well, I think you'll like mine.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I watched some. Go ahead, do a couple.
Well, I don't think I have them on. I mean,
Oh, okay, yeah, I thought I saw one.
you might have seen one, but that's not, I was going to just say, well,
All of your humor is really dark, and I love dark humor.
I know it's so weird on this one. I'm thinking, well, I said, well, here's how it goes. I go,
That's all right.
my ex-husband and I, we didn't get along at all. And for some reason, he was really into recording all the moments of our unhappy life. I don't know why. But I
Right.
remember the last time I was pregnant, or when I was pregnant this last time, he videotaped, the whole abortion. And it's like, oh my God, he looks just like you if you were blue in a trash can. He has your spine. Meanwhile, they're this big. And then I said his sister was a born again Christian and very upset at me. Like she was like, "I can't believe you killed your child." And I'm like, "Well, God killed his only son." And,
Jeez.
and then she was like, "That's not fair. He died for our sins." I'm like, "Yeah, so did mine. So did mine." He also so that's a one. I have others
No,
that I
I'm just taken back because you have so much stuff that you've done, and I think what I'm hearing is because of the writer's strike, you went back and started, revisiting stand up.
yes, exactly.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Did
Um, and I'm so glad I did. I didn't realize how much I needed or how much I wanted. I don't know if I needed it, but how much I wanted the instant response from an audience as opposed to writing for a month, turning the script in, getting feedback, doing draft, 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 draft. Now it goes to the network, draft, draft, draft. You get paid ridiculous amounts of money, and then it may or may not go on the air. And
right.
so it it never oftentimes never gets to the intended audience, and you're just with people that yeah, so that's why I am prolific, because I have so many jokes that I've written in
Yeah.
shows and stuff. And so yeah, it's just
Did when we were traveling, we went from outside to back inside. Somehow I didn't get your least favorite show because I think there's
yeah.
probably and I mentioned I am an asshole, by the way.
Well,
'Cause
yeah.
I
But
love the least favorite show. There's always, usually a pretty good story there.
oh, um I'm I've been so, I've only been back for like a year and a half, but oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My least favorite show was at a place where it's a wonderful place. It's one of my favorite places. But sometimes, when you're supposed to, sometimes they put you up last because you're, be closing it out. But so many people have walked the audience, like the audience has walked because everybody else is shitty. Or not everybody, but there's a slew of people. And now, by the time you get up, it's like you got five people. In this case, there was like four or five people left. And I was like, God, uh, why? I was just very, very frustrated. It's not that funny, but it's like,
No, no,
to
I get it. I get it.
audience up. You invited way too many comics and they all did their little blah blah minutes. And now I'm doing a half an hour to basically a wall. But it's better than my girlfriend. My girlfriend is a singing telegram person, and she only gets paid if she sings. And so she has actually sung. She's driven all the way out to somebody's house, and then they refuse to answer the door. And then she has to beg them through a closed door to let her sing that, please, I know you hate so and so, and it's not going to turn your, but please let me sing this song. I have to. And she even once sang to a guy who was dying in a hospital, like completely comatose and almost flatlined, but she had to finish her song or she wouldn't get paid.
Jesus.
So I always think, well, things could be worse. It could be her.
Yeah.
It could be her.
Yeah. Well, we mentioned the solo show. Do you want to talk a little more about that? Or again, when I went to your
Sure.
because I know you got Vegas coming up, you're going to Vegas shortly.
Uh-huh.
And again, I will put the links to all of your social media. You got a presence on TikTok, 25,000 followers TikTok. I
Yeah,
guess
I've been doing good on my followers. I also have a great web um site. I don't know, great, but
yeah,
it
no,
shows
and that's what I was going to say is, all the shows you got coming up. Is there anything else that because I try and cover everything. I think I covered most everything. But do you want to tell more about your solo show that you got coming
Yeah.
up?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about my solo show. And also I just we're in the midst of closing a deal for me to we're just signing on the dotted line to open for Jeff Lewis and one of the housewives. That's a whole housewives you know, world that you get into. And I would
Oh,
be
wow.
perfect for them because I have who's been married more than me,
Yeah,
who's had
four
more
times. Yeah.
abortions than me, you know what I mean? Who show me who. And I've got fake boobs, as I said, and nails and fingernails, so, and hair color, I'll fit right the fuck in. So I'm very excited about that. However,
Is it just so if people, Real Housewives that you're talking about? Yeah,
mhm.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
huge.
yeah,
That's
that will be
huge.
huge. That will be huge. I'm also opening for Paul Rodriguez this summer
Oh,
and
cool. Love
hopefully
him.
Earthquake. We're just trying to
Yeah,
find the date in
good.
Sacramento. And there's so many people on there. But my solo show is really funny, extremely dark, and has some twists and turns. The Adventures of a Slutty Girl with an Eating Disorder. And I was cuckoo bananas. I am
Cuckoo
wearing a lot of
bananas.
clothes right now, but if I take this down and this down, I'm going to stand up so you can see the visual of what my current weight is. And when I say how much,
Okay, we're getting it now. We went around the house. Now we're getting a modeling session.
yeah,
Look
but
at
you can
you.
see that I'm thin.
You are hotter than a fireman's sweatband.
Thank
You're
you, but
causing more confusion than a canary in a cat show. Golly.
I'm only telling you that because I'm thin right now at 120. And when this show takes place at the time and in the mindset, I was 89 pounds. So I was
Wow.
30 pounds less. And I had a goal to be 76 pounds. And I
No
most
lie.
certainly would not be here if I had achieved that goal. But
Thank God.
uh,
I thank you so much
oh,
for
thank you.
being here. I've had a wonderful time. And, if you want, maybe come back before the
Yeah.
big show or come back after the
Oh, I'd
show and
love
we'll see how
to.
it's going.